It has invested in many popular companies such as Airbnb, Stripe, DoorDash, Coinbase, and many more. These are some of the lessons which I have learned from the startup school, which has $600 billion in the total valuation. These lessons can help you too to start your own $1 million startup. I joined Startup School by Y Combinator. Y Combinator is one of the biggest startup accelerator in the world. It has invested in many popular companies such as Airbnb, Stripe, DoorDash, Coinbase, and many more in their initial days. They have come across thousands of startup applications. They have vast knowledge base of which kind of startups succeed, how to start a startup, and what are the right steps which you should take to make your startup successful. Why did I join the startup school? Because I am curious about startup. And since I don't have any idea about how to start a startup, it's better to learn about them. And what's better than learning from the best people in the startup world? In this and upcoming videos, I'll be sharing what I have learned in the startup school. I will share with you so that you can also get some idea, and I will burst some myths about the startups. Hey friends, my name is Divasraj Vimal, and on this channel I create videos related to entrepreneurship, freelancing, making money online. So if you are interested in these topics, make sure to subscribe, like the video if you find this video informative. So the first module was deciding to start a startup, where you have to answer a question like, why do you want to start a startup? What is your motivation to start a startup? Many people hype up this question like, oh, what should be my motivation? I don't have any motivation. Curiosity as a motivation is enough at the start. Second point is you should always analyze the worst case scenario, like what can happen if your startup didn't succeed. Either you can pivot, what are the steps you can take if your startup doesn't succeed. So that's the worst case scenario analysis you should always keep in mind. Third point is you should always find people to talk with the people you can talk about startup, entrepreneurship, and ideas you can share. You can find these people in your class, if you are in college or in school, either in your neighborhood or at your house, or online, like such as Discord or online communities or on LinkedIn. Either you can go to events where many people come and they discuss about entrepreneurship ideas, so you can go and attend those events, or either you can talk with me in the comments and later on we can get it on LinkedIn. Fourth point is turning your side projects and launching them. So startups are nothing but just side projects which you can create and which people would like to use and will like to pay. And yeah, that's it. That's the startup. Leaving FANG job. So only leave your FANG job if you don't like to work there anymore, or if the work you are doing is not of any value, or you don't like to work there anymore and it doesn't excite you. So if you are into any FANG or big companies, then these can be some reasons you can give and get into startups. And there is one more point of don't get into the trap of ESOPs, because ESOPs are a big trap. They are the trap to leave your energetic days so that you don't become competition to the company. For example, Larry and Sergey were just only two people and became competition to Yahoo and just destroyed Yahoo. And Steve and Wozniak were just two people who became competition for IBM. So ESOPs are a big trap. So there might be reasons for which you might think that you should not start a startup. For example, you are unsure. So if you are unsure and you are a hacker, congratulations. Many of the famous founders such as Sergey and Larry were also confused, also unsure whether they should start Google or not. So yeah, Jerry and Philo also were unsure about starting Yahoo. So in fact, I would guess most of the successful startups are built by founders who are unsure. Another reason which you might can give is you don't have any co-founder. That's a real problem. It will be hectic to build a startup just alone. So you can find a co-founder. Y Combinator also has a co-founder match service where you can get matched with potential co-founder. You can just it's like Tinder for co-founders where you can find your co-founder. Or else you can just, if you are in college, then you might be surrounded by many people who might be interested into startups, so you can just work with them on their idea if they are not interested in your idea, and if they are interested in your idea, then you both can work together. Or else you can go to events and you can find many potential co-founders. Another reason which you can give is that you don't have a good idea. So you don't need a good idea to start a startup, because many of the startups most of the startups pivot from their initial idea, because later on they find that their people are not willing to pay for their product, or they don't want to use their product. So middle of building their startup, they just change their idea. So ideas are not that much important. Instead, you can build things which you would like to use. For example, Steve Wozniak built computer for himself. Who knew that thousands of people would also like to use own computers? So a need which is narrow but genuine is better than a need which is wider and hypothetical. So always build things which solve real problems. You can also think that there is no room for more startups, but in the foreseeable future, people would like to have more and more material wealth, so there won't be any lack of work for companies, startups in particular. People have another reason, like they have family to support, so that is a genuine reason. And to solve that problem, you can start with consulting service and or service business, and later on switch on gradually to the product based business, or you can join a already built startup. The real lesson here is to start a startup as early as possible at a young age. So these were some points for this video. There are many points which I have learned throughout a month of startup school, so that won't be easy to condense them in just one video. So I will share all of them in multiple videos in the coming future. So if you like this video, do like the video and share this video with your friends who might be interested into the startups, and I think you might like this video next.